myself Shweta Gohil and welcome to the session of Microwave and Radar Engineering once again. Today we will see microwave tubes which are used for generation and amplification of microwaves. So in today's session we will see klystron tube, what is reflex klystron oscillator, its construction, its working principle, how electrons moves in the klystron tube, Applegate diagram, applications of reflex klystron. So let us move towards what do you mean by klystron tube. Klystron, which is also known as klystron tube or klystron amplifier, it is vacuum tube that is used to oscillate and amplify microwave frequency signals. It was invented by American engineers Russell and Sigurd Varian. The klystron uses the kinetic energy of electron beam and concept of electron bunching. Now let us see what do you mean by klystron tube. Generally, low power klystron are used as oscillations and high power klystrons are used as output tubes in UHF frequency range. There are two configurations for low powered klystron. One is low power microwave oscillator, that is known as reflex klystron, and second one is low power microwave amplifier, which is known as two cavity klystron or multi cavity klystron. Now let us see what is reflex klystron oscillator. Before answering this question, we need to know how oscillations are generated. To generate oscillations, we need to give positive feedback from output to the input with constraint that loop gain is unity. For klystrons, the oscillations will generate if part of the output is used as feedback to the input cavity and keep the loop gain magnitude unity. The phase shift of feedback path is one cycle, that is 2 pi, or multiple cycles, that is multiple of 2 pi. Now let us move upon construction of reflex klystron. The beam is injected from the cathode. Then there is anode, which is known as focusing anode or accelerating anode. This anode is used to narrow down the electron beam. The anode is connected with positive polarity of DC voltage source. The reflex klystron has only one cavity which is placed next to the anode. This cavity works as buncher cavity for forward moving electrons and catcher cavity for backward moving electrons. The velocity and current modulation takes place in cavity gap. The gap is equal to the distance d. The repeller plate is connected with negative polarity of voltage source VR. Now let us see working principle of reflex klystron. The reflex klystron works on the principle of velocity and current modulation. The electron beam is injected from the cathode. The electron beam passes through accelerating anode. The electron moves in the tube with uniform velocity until it reaches the cavity. The velocity of the electrons is modulated in the cavity gap and these electrons try to reach the repeller. The repeller is connected with negative polarity of the voltage source, and hence because of same polarity it opposes the force of electrons. The kinetic energy of electrons decreases in repeller space and at some point it will be 0. After that the electrons pulls back to the cavity and in return journey all electrons bunched at the one point. There will be current modulation due to bunch formation. The energy of electrons are converted in form of RF and RF output is taken from the cavity. For maximum efficiency of the klystron, the bunching of electrons must take place in center of the cavity gap. Now let us see how does electrons moves in klystron tube. From the electron gun, that is cathode, the electron beam is injected in the tube. These electrons moves towards the anode with uniform velocity. Then electrons passes through the cavity gap. The velocity of electrons varies according to the cavity gap voltage. If the cavity gap voltage is positive, the electron will be accelerated, and if cavity gap voltage is negative, the electron will be deaccelerated. If the voltage is 0, the velocity of electrons will not change. When electrons leave from the cavity gap, all electrons have different velocity, and these electrons will travel in the repeller space. These electrons travels the distance according to the velocity. Higher the velocity, the electrons will travel more distance, and lower the velocity, the electrons will travel less distance in the repeller space. All these electrons will return to the cavity and bunched at the center of the cavity gap. The energy of the electrons transferred from the cavity is known as RF output. Now let us see Applegate diagram. Applegate diagram is a graph between distance from the cavity gap and time taken by the electrons in the repeller space. Different electrons follow different paths depending upon their velocities, and velocity of the electrons depends upon the cavity gap voltage. Let's take an example of 3 electrons. The reference electron E0 enters the cavity gap when the cavity gap is 0. Hence, the velocity will not change. It travels L0 distance in repeller space and pulls back to the cavity. Because of repeller plate is highly negative and it will oppose kinetic energy of the electron enters before E0. This electron is known as early electron, which is denoted by EE. This electron enters the cavity gap. When the cavity gap voltage is positive, therefore the electron velocity will increase. It will travel LE distance and pull back to the cavity. The electron enters after E0. This electron is known as late electron, which is indicated by EL. This electron enters the cavity gap when the cavity gap voltage is negative. Therefore, the electron velocity will decrease. It will travel LL distance and pull back to the cavity. The graph below helps to explain this process very clearly. The total time needs from cavity gap to the repeller space and repeller space to the cavity gap are same for all electrons. And that time is TD. At time TD, all electrons bunched at the center of the cavity gap. And this is how the bunching process occurs in klystron tube. Now let us see some of the applications of reflex klystron. They are used in radio and radar receivers. It is also used as a signal source in microwave generators. Frequency modulated oscillators in portable microwave links. It is used as pump oscillators for parametric amplifiers, and sometimes they are used for local oscillators in microwave receiver. That's all for today's session. Keep watching for more sessions. Thank you very much.
If you like this video, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel LJPEC, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get latest video update fast.